This video covers the point-buy character creation system. The character I've decided to create is named Hotshot McMac, an Innersphere Mech Warrior. Standardly, you start off with a 5,000 XP pool, but the GM can choose to raise or lower that. The starting character age is 21 if your character is from the Inner Sphere. However, if your character is a clanner, it starts at the age of 18. You can adjust the age of your starting character with GM permission. Making the character 1 year older adds 100 XP to the XP pool. Making the character 1 year younger subtracts 100 XP from the pool. Characters can be any age that is normal for humans in the Battletech universe, which is hardly much more than 100. But as in real life, getting old has its downsides. The aging table demonstrates what happens to a character's attributes and traits as it ages. This game has 4 phenotypes: normal human, aerospace, elemental, and mech warrior. Innersphere characters can only have normal human. The other 3 phenotypes are options for Trueborn clan characters. Find the rules for this on page 122 and on the phenotype trait table, which shows how phenotype changes attributes and traits. Regarding starting attribute scores and skill levels, there are some maximum or minimum requirements. All attributes must have a minimum score of 1. There are 3 required skills with a minimum level of 0. Perception, language/English, and language/secondary or chosen affiliation. Now let's start creating. I like to start with the attributes. In the first 2 columns, the experience point cost table tells us how much attribute scores cost. A score of 0 is free, a score of 1 costs 100 XP, and a score of 2 costs 200 XP, and so on. As a mech warrior, my character's strength doesn't need to be too high. Let's make the score a 3, which costs us 300 XP. Looking at the action check modifiers table, we see that a score of 3 gives us a mod of -1, which gets linked to our skill checks. BOD is important, because mechs fall down and get hit in the cockpit by Gauss rifles. I'm making his BOD score a 5 for 500 XP, giving him a +0 link mod. Then I keep doing this for the remaining attribute scores, a task I have already completed. The XP pool is like money in your wallet, and the XP column is like the cashier at the store. We need to sum all the XP we spent on attributes and subtract that sum from the XP pool to, metaphorically, give the cashier money and purchase the attributes. The starting XP pool is 5,000, and I spent 3,800 XP on the attributes. 5,000 minus 3,800 is 1,200. Now my XP pool contains 1,200 XP. Next, I want to buy traits. My mech warrior requires equipment, a pistol, some armor, and whatnot. The equipped trait allows access to those things. An equipped level of 2 TP is fine. According to the experience cost table, each TP costs 100 XP, so the equipped trait at 2 TP costs 200 XP. But my character needs wealth to afford the equipment, so he needs the wealth trait. My mech warrior is fresh out of the academy and doesn't have much wealth yet. I'm giving him 1 TP in the wealth trait. I continued this process for the rank and vehicle traits. Having graduated from basic training and mech warrior academy, he has the rank trait at 3 TP, and the vehicle trait at 4 TP gives him a mech. All the positive traits I purchased sum to 1,000 XP, which I subtract from the 1,200 XP remaining in my pool, yielding 200 XP remaining in my metaphorical wallet. Only 200 XP remain for skills. This is not enough XP to get all the skills my character needs. I'm going to take some negative traits, which are bad for my character, to add XP back into my XP pool, or wallet. The general guideline is that we can have up to 5 negative trait points, but the GM can change that. I like pairing the compulsion and impatient negative traits. My character has a compulsion for doodling. Whenever he gets bored because nothing is going on, and his impatience kicks in, He must doodle, or something mentally bad will happen to him. A doodling compulsion is not that serious. I think it should only be worth -1 TP. Impatient is not the best -1 TP trait to take, but I like it for role-playing reasons. If my party is taking too long discussing what to do, I will say, having the impatient trait, my character has had enough talk and is going to do something. That something may not be a smart thing to do, but it will get the game moving. These two negative traits give me a total of 200 XP, which I add back into my XP pool, which is now at 400 XP. 400 XP is enough to buy some skills. Going back to the experience point cost table to see how much skills cost, we see that we will use the standard column of the skill levels section of this table. The other two columns, Fast Learner and Slow Learner, are for characters who took the Fast Learner or Slow Learner trait. To make this simple, I'm going to buy 8 skills, each at level 2. Each skill at level 2 costs 50 XP. 50 times 8 is 400, so I can afford them. Here are the skills I chose. The character has been created. All that remains is to buy equipment and the mech.